good evening. I'm Mike Vanderstein, Mayor of the City of Sheboygan, and I want to welcome you to Urban Middle School Auditorium for the concert of the University of Wisconsin Varsity Band. Tonight's concert is presented by the Sheboygan Progressive Care Center and organized by the Mayor's International Committee. The funds from this concert will go to support our sister city relationships with Esslingen, Germany and Tsubame, Japan. And it also supports some welcome dinners that we provide for visiting exchange students. Earlier this evening, we treated the band to a traditional Sheboygan brat fry. Is that pretty good, guys? All right. Well, we'd like to thank Johnsonville Sausage for their donation of meat, our chefs Henry Shane and Rich Meesfield for frying all the food, Johnson's Bakery for the hard rolls and cookies, Festival Foods for the groceries and condiments, and Lakeside Pepsi for the soda and water. Later in the program today, Director Mike LeCrone will introduce some of the local members that are in the University Band and made the trip here. I'm sure that some of these members became excited about their musical careers after attending concerts such as this when they were in high school or middle school. And tonight we worked real hard with area band directors to get as many possible band students here in the audience. And I'd like those students, those band or music students, to please raise their hands. We hope that some of you will be inspired to join a band like this in your future, and especially to go to the University of Wisconsin in Madison. During the football season, UW Marching Band practices 3 times a week, 2 hours each time at least, for all their games at Camp Randall. Now at the end of the season, which ends usually in October, November, they'll still maintain their outdoor practices through all the snow and cold until New Year's bowl game comes around. And one of these winter practices several years ago, I noticed that most of the kids were wearing just shorts and t-shirts. And after the band practice was done, I asked one of the drummers, and he said, "Dad," this is my son Rob, he said that this is a tradition that we've had and it's just been handed down from year to year. And I said, "Well, why do you do that?" And he said, "Well, pain is temporary, but pride is forever." What an interesting concept for a college student to learn. Well, we appreciate the dedication of all these band members, and we're proud of the way they represent the university and all of Wisconsin. And here they are with Mike LeCrone, their director, the University of Wisconsin Varsity Band.
This is the University of Wisconsin Band. And if you're fearful you'll miss the basketball game tonight, we'll be done in time for you to see it. They'll have a whole lot of stuff ahead of it anyhow. But this is a band that represented you all during the basketball season, the hockey season, and particularly the football season when we were out the Holiday Bowl in San Diego. We had a great time out there. We played, of course, at all of the places that you could play in San Diego. Got a chance to tour one of the aircraft carriers, and we played at every place, and we had a chance to share with the USC band, and we got to share a lot of concerts, and I was fortunate enough to be asked to speak at the luncheon for the USC Band Fan Club. They had to cancel it, though, because the guy passed away. We're going to start off with a tune that's been around for a long time. It goes back into the 50s, and even before that is a folk song. Richie Valens had a big hit in the 50s, Los Lobos a little bit later. This is a tune called La Bamba. Well, always very early in the program, we like to feature our tuba section. Now, we only brought 6 of them. No, 5 of them. That's enough. The tuba players were recently telling me they were very proud because they were telling me their first semester grade point average, they had a 3.87. That's not the average, that's the total.
What's the
One of them told me he really hated to leave high school because it was the best 6 years of his life. Anyhow, we're going to play a tune that you can sing on. We did this all over. Every place we played the last few months, we played this. You can dance and sing and whatever you want to do in the aisles. We'll have fun with it. You'll know this too. We don't like to just sitting there. We're going to do a little tune that we always do wherever we go any place. It's a tune called Rock and Roll 2 where you jump up and holler, hey. Let's see if they remember this. Start at letter B. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. I don't think you heard the full instructions. It said jump up and holler hey. Just can't sit there and go hey. Jump up. Let's try it again for this guy right here. He's ready. He's ready now. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Most of you've got it. Now we're going to do the whole thing. We had a little sway back and forth, and you got rock and roll too. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. got you loosened up a little bit. Now, all season long, we've been paying a musical tribute to one of the great American musical personalities, Benny King. That's exactly what I thought they'd say. Who? Well, Benny King was a member of a group called the Drifters for a long time, and he introduced all kinds of great songs to America. But he was sort of at the beginning of what we might call the doo-wop era, and then led into sort of a group rock and roll, which then had the Beatles and a whole bunch of other people. We did a tribute to Mr. King. He passed away earlier this year. You'll recognize some of the tunes, some of them you won't, but that's because you're not old enough. This is our tribute to Benny King. It's a song that he wrote, did with the Drifters, called Stand By Me. It's a great song to snap your fingers to. I think you got it. We also didn't bring the whole percussion section. So we're a little short-handed tonight, so I thought it'd be good if we could get a couple. Just stay right there. What do we got here? It's hard to see with the light in it. Want me to pick on him again? Oh, him. Okay, I like that. Come on, come on. What was your name? Darlene. This is Darlene. Have you seen our show before? Darlene has seen the show before. Okay, keep moving. Keep moving. Darlene, your job is the easiest of all. I just want you to stand here and shake your maracas.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a crowd favorite here tonight. Back in the summertime, Rolling Stone magazine made a list of what they said were the greatest TV themes of all time. And I looked at the list and I thought, well, they're right part of the time, but they left out some of my favorites. They left out some of the ones that I thought should have been on that list. So I put together a list of songs that I think are the greatest TV themes of all time. Now, these are not some of the newer ones, because most of the newer ones use pre-existing songs. These are ones that were written authentically for these TV shows, and I think they show the ability of a lot of great composers, and they're catchy, and they're ones that you'll all recognize. So, if you know some of the songs, you can sing along with this, but these truly are the greatest TV themes of all time, according to us. Yeah, us. Back in 1942, when the world was at war, a group asked a number of composers to write music for a war bond drive. And Aaron Copland, one of our famous American composers, was one of the people that was asked. And he put together a piece called The Fanfare for the Common Man, which was a very popular song at the time with symphony orchestras and was played a great deal. A little bit later into the 50s, it was adapted as a theme song for a television show called You Are There with Walter Cronkite. And then, sometime in the late 60s, a guy from Milwaukee named Woody Herman got a hold of it. And Woody Herman had a great big band, and Woody Herman just couldn't let things alone. He had to give it an own special touch. So what you're going to hear next is The Fanfare for the Common Man by Aaron Copland, by way of You Are There, by way of Woody Herman. Fanfare for the Common Man. One of the groups in the history of popular music in this country is a group called the Eagles. And the Eagles sort of set a standard for what we now call country rock. And there hadn't been much country rock before the Eagles came along. And Don Henley, along with Glenn Frey, wrote a lot of the songs that the Eagles made famous. And today, we're going to use a double tribute, not only to the Eagles for what they contributed to pop music, but recently Glenn Frey passed away, and I think most of the songs in this medley that we're going to play for you now from the Eagles, he had a hand in writing. This is music from the Eagles, the Desperados of rock and roll. In Sound of Music, the great Rodgers and Hammerstein Broadway hit, there's a wonderful tune that's just light and frothy, and it's just kind of a fun tune that everybody kind of knows, called My Favorite Things. And I thought, what a wonderful opportunity for a drum solo. Not only one drum solo, but today we're going to feature two of our percussionists. Yeah. And we're going to let them, so what maybe Rodgers and Hammerstein never dreamed my favorite things would be, but I know for me one of my favorite things is a drum solo. At least I say that to you guys. Here it is. This features two of our percussionists. Here we go. Another thing the music world has been celebrating this past year, back in December, Frank Sinatra would have been 100 years old. And I thought it only fitting that we pay tribute to this man who recorded countless recordings, over 2,000 recordings he made, both as a big band singer, as a soloist, in combination with all sorts of people. Sinatra left a legacy that I think few have really matched. His mark has been left on the music world. He's considered one of the great pop singers of all time. So we thought it only fitting for us to do some of his songs. It's just hard to pick the ones that we're going to do, so we picked some that are my favorites. My band, I'll play what I want. But these are some of the songs, including one that he made with his daughter Nancy, one of his last #1 hits, a thing called Something Stupid. This is our tribute to the great Frank Sinatra. we always take a moment to introduce some of the people in the band who are from the area. And haven't seen this before just now. Jake isn't from around here. We would like to thank the cooks for teaching him how to make an Oostburger. Erin Hoffman is from Oostburg, and would like to say hi to her parents who are here tonight. Hey. Maddie Opie is from Cleveland, Ohio. No, wait, not Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Wisconsin. Got to say hi to her mom and dad and all her personal fans. James Holden wants to issue a public apology to Dave Burkhardt for losing Lucas Burkhardt keys back in October. Owen Walcott is not from here. We'd like to say hello to Tony, Erica, and Mr. and Mrs. Sampson. That's nice. Matthew Winters would love to say hi to Alex Kuhlman's grandmother. Hartman Carl would like to say hi to his future mother-in-law. Hi, Mrs. Kuhlman. Does she know that? Kira Reichel is from Elkhart Lake and would like to say hi to her mom and grandma. Caitlin Krasanik is from Plymouth and would like to say hi to her family and friends here, especially the Williams family. Caitlin Shaughnessy and Matt Winters like to say hi to the Kuhlman family. Well, since I've mentioned Kuhlman family a couple times, Alex Kuhlman is from Sheboygan, and her and the rest of Rank 18 like to say hi to her entire family and prove she survived her organic chemistry exam today. And Luke Burkhardt is from Sheboygan and wants to say hi to his mom and his aunt and grandma, and that's just about everybody, right? Did I miss anybody on all that? Well, let's go. How about a little fifth quarter? Wouldn't you like a little fifth quarter action? Here we go. Tequila, what? Just a minute. We said, let's do fifth quarter, and I heard people say, yeah. And when I turned up the lights, you're just all sitting there. You can't sit during the fifth quarter. Now, this tune has got two parts. First part, you just lift your arm. Try, everybody. The part that goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Try that part. Now, are you ready for some fifth quarter?
about doing the chicken dance. And I know you know how to do this here in Sheboygan. Here we go. We'll take it slow for you to get warmed up. 1, normally what we would do, in fact, is when we were here in Sheboygan a couple years ago, we set a new record. We did the chicken dance in 24.6 seconds. That record has since been eclipsed by a group from Franklin, Wisconsin, which did it in 24.3 seconds. I was going to try for a record here tonight, but the mayor asked me when I walked into the building, don't try it because we're worried about the safety of the building, about the structure. And he said, you want to try for a record anyhow? In spite of what the mayor said, okay, but I can't be responsible. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, Next week, we're going to be doing our annual concert in the Cole Center. And it's the highlight of our year because it gives us a chance to perform on the stage there for a couple of hours and show you, perhaps our fans, what all we can do. And one of the things we always include in that performance is a tribute to some of the great Broadway musicals of all time. And we've done West Side Story, we've done Phantom of the Opera, we've done many of the great Broadway musicals. This year, because we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the opening of Les Miserables on Broadway, we decided that that would be the musical that we would perform. If you don't know the story, it's Victor Hugo's novel of Jean Valjean, who's imprisoned for stealing a loaf of bread, and for the rest of his life is searched for and hounded by an obsessive police inspector until he makes his life whole again. It's a story of love of two young people. It's a story of love of family, of love of country. It's a story of a failed revolution, and it's a story of man's indomitable spirit. This is our version of Claude Michael Schoenberg's music to Les Miserables. we close, as we close every concert, and always will as long as I have anything to say about it, the medley of songs of our great university. I was thinking a year ago we were in this championship game tonight, but because we're not there doesn't mean that we don't love the university any less. If you're an alumnus, sing along with us. If you're a fan, sing along with us. If you're none of those, eat your hearts out. These are songs for the Wisconsin. for coming. Thank you for being such great Wisconsin fans and having us here tonight. for supporting Wisconsin athletics and university. We never say goodbye, because we don't know when we're going to see you next, but we know it's going to be some maybe Camp Randall in the fall when we start up again with the football season. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be up at Lambeau for that first game with LSU, too. Or maybe it'll be down at the Kohl Center for basketball and hockey. Or maybe it'll be next week at our concert. We'd love to see you there. Wherever it is, we'll see you real soon. And on Wisconsin.